Producers, we've all been through it. We've all been through those days where we tried to make a beat and we just couldn't find any type of inspiration to even get started, or we were trying to finish up on a beat and we didn't know what to do or what to add to finish up on the beat. Well, I got a solution for you guys today, and it's called Output One, and it's actually very dope.
Bolo!
So what is Output One? It's basically a collection of premium royalty-free samples and instruments all rolled up into one big bundle. And it includes some dope effects as well. It includes Arcade, the new co-producer, Portal, Movement, and Thermal. And to make things even better, all of the effects expansions come for free. And that's like 500 additional presets that comes with the FX expansions. So yeah, you can get really busy with this. And the best thing about it is the price. Now, I know some of you guys are thinking, oh, this is just another subscription. However, if you really think about it, if you own Arcade, you're already paying $12.99 a month. But if you think about it, you might as well go ahead and pay the $2 extra and get all the extra stuff that comes with this. Makes more sense to me. And if you're still on the fence about getting all of this, you can still try it out for 7 days for free. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna open up Logic Pro, and I have a beat that I'm working on right now, and I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna finish this beat using Output One. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so we're in Logic Pro right now, and I have a very simple beat pulled up, and I'm gonna play it for you right now. All right, very simple, very straight to the point, but we want to add a few things to this beat to kind of get it sounding a little bit better. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spruce up the piano part a little bit, and what I'm going to do on there is add a little bit of Portal on there. So what I like to do with a lot of my sounds, I like to use this preset right here called Grain Swells. This is actually a very cool preset that you can add on to pretty much any sound, and it'll give it some nice character to the sound. So let's go ahead and add that on here, and then what I'm going to do is adjust the dry wet knob so I can get it sounding pretty decent. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put Thermal on the low piano parts. I actually have that on a separate track, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add Thermal to it, and I'm gonna scroll through a few of the presets till I find something that I like, and then yeah, we're gonna add some Thermal to it. All right, so I found a preset called Intercom. Sounds really good, has like a really gritty sound to it, but it seemed like it cut off a little bit of the low end information so that I can go ahead and squeeze like other sounds like a 808 and stuff like that in there. Let's go ahead and play that back for you real quick. Now, I need to find me a nice little sound in here, and I have two options. I can either use co-producer or I can use Arcade. And in this situation, I'm gonna go ahead and use co-producer. It just seems like co-producer would be a little bit easier since it already goes through Arcade sounds and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and add co-producer to the track, and let's see what co-producer can find that will fit this particular track. What do I want to add in here? I'm not too sure. I try to keep it kind of dark. So let's go ahead and do some let's do some more dark leads. I like to use dark leads in here. So let's type in dark leads. Now the cool thing is that co-producer is synced to our actual track, and we can just go ahead and cycle through the sounds and hear what fits best for our beat. All right, so I went through and found something that I like. It's kind of cool. It's called a cold synth flute lead. Let's go ahead and add that to the track. So all we have to do is just drag it and drop it in here. And we have this in here. Now we can actually go through in here and chop this up, or we can leave it exactly like how it is. And let's just see how it turns out by itself. You know what? It doesn't sound too bad. I think I might keep it just like that. And yeah, I'm gonna roll with it like that. Now, just to add a little bit more flavor to that sound, I went ahead and added movement to it. And once I got into movement, I actually liked the first preset that was on here. It's called Plucking Around, and I left it like that, and this is how it sounds. All right, that sounded pretty good so far. So now I think it's time for me to add the 808. So let's go and add the 808 from one of my drum kits, and let's go ahead and see how this thing turns out. Now, that actually came out pretty dope, but I want to add one more thing in here, and I think I'm going to add a little bit of arcade. I think I'm going to probably do like some vocal chops or something. So let's go ahead and add arcade in here real quickly. All right, so I'm in arcade, and I found distant voices, and I'm going to try to find something that sounds dope for the beat. So let's see what we can find. So I found some chops in here. I forgot how I did them, so I'm just going to go ahead and ad-lib them real quick, and hopefully it comes out dope. All right, not bad. I might fix the vocal chops a little later on. So as you guys can see, you can take a very simple track and make it much bigger using output 1. So let me go ahead and put this beat together real quick, and I'm gonna play you guys a rough draft of how everything came out. All right, so there it is, output 1. If you guys are interested in getting this, go ahead and click my link in the description. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something from it. And like I always say, peace out.